Welcome to Pattaya True Crime, where we recap some of the dark and chilling crimes and unfortunate events that has happened in Pattaya City and the surrounding areas. Warning: listener discretion is advised. This podcast explores graphic content and disturbing themes that might not be suitable for all audiences. Righto, welcome back to episode 30, Pattaya True Crime. Your host, Marcus Obi. Plenty to talk about on this episode. We'll just get straight into it, I reckon. Number 1. Monk arrested in Banglamung for drug trafficking after tip-off. It's no good. Authorities in Banglamung arrested a Buddhist monk suspected of trafficking drugs following a tip-off from the public via the Line app. It's called Breakdown Banglamung. Obviously, it's a reporting app, or reporting page on the app. Popular app in Thailand, or in Asia, I suppose. So the operation was led by the district chief, targeting a monk residing at a well-known temple in the Banglamung area after reports of his involvement in illegal drugs. Acting on a tip, administrative officials, collaborated with the Huayai police to monitor the suspect's activities. The team conducted surveillance at a 2-story residence located in Huayai sub-district. Upon entering the premises, authorities found the monk, who appeared visibly shaken. A search of the second floor attic uncovered a stash of illegal drugs, including 492 yaba pills and 72 grams of meth. Bloody yaba pills back. Concealed in various locations, such as under cabinets, inside arms bowls, and within donation kits. Bloody hell. So drug paraphernalia was also found, including a scale, Ziploc bags. They were also seized. Further investigation led to a search of the monk's quarters at a prominent local temple, where an additional 29 yaba pills and drug paraphernalia were found hidden inside a microwave. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. So the monk confessed that the drugs belonged to him, claiming that he had taken over the stash after a fellow dealer was arrested. So he admitted to both using and selling the drugs, pricing yaba at 50 baht per pill and meth at 400 baht per gram, primarily selling to local youths. So a drug test confirmed the presence of narcotics in his system. The monk was escorted to the temple's abbot to formally disrobe before being detained and transferred to the Banglamung district office. No good, no good, no good. Authorities documented the arrest and handed him over to the Huayai police for legal proceedings. Not much more to say about that. It's pretty shit. Anyway, number 2. We got a fatal motorcycle taxi collision in Pattaya. Claims 1 life. Another one, no good. So the accident occurred in the early hours of the morning at 1 a.m. when the motorcycle collided with a taxi at a U-turn point on Highway 36, Pattaya to Rayong, inbound to Pattaya. Sorry, had to clear the throat. So the incident left one person critically injured, who was later pronounced dead. Police Lieutenant Deputy Investigator from the Banglamung Police Station responded to the scene alongside rescue teams from the Sawang Bulibun Rescue Foundation. When they arrived, authorities found vehicle debris scattered across the road. A green and yellow taxi had sustained damage to its left rear wheel body. Nearby was a white Honda Click motorcycle was found severely wrecked. Rescuers found the unconscious body of the motorcyclist, identified as a 39-year-old male from Banglamung. Poor bugger. He was found without a pulse and covered in blood. Despite efforts to rescue the man, The rescue workers performed CPR. He succumbed to his injuries. The taxi driver, who was not injured, stated to reporters that the accident occurred while he was making the U-turn. He claimed that the motorcyclist was travelling at high speed in a straight line, and despite his attempts to brake and swerve, the motorcycle collided with force to the left rear of his taxi. Police gathered evidence, including CCTV footage capturing the moment of the collision. The taxi driver was taken in for questioning as authorities proceed with investigations. I don't know what more to say about that. Rest in peace, mate. Be safe out there, people. Be safe. Number 3. So a 38-year-old private company employee has issued a public warning after she fell victim to an online scam, losing over 300,000 baht. It's still happening. So the incident, which involved a fraudulent online trading platform, has led her to urge others to thoroughly verify legitimacy of such platforms to avoid similar devastation. She reported the scam to authorities via Thailand's online crime reporting hotline and provided further details to police. Lieutenant Colonel, the Deputy Superintendent at Banglamung Police Station. She is now cooperating with law enforcement to pursue legal action against those responsible. She explained to reporters that she joined a Facebook page to sell second-hand items. Yeah, this one's a bit weird. Well, it's a bit wild, actually. She got on Facebook to sell second-hand stuff and ended up getting ripped off. So after messaging the page, an admin responded and sent her a link that directed her to a line group with over 300 members. The admin instructed her to proceed with buying and selling. Also to ask questions if needed. This introduction to the group, I suppose. She agreed to sell. Get this, she was only going to sell an electric baby cradle, which was asked to provide personal details to open a member account for her shop. She was then directed to communicate with a finance officer through another channel to receive a payment of 2,600 baht. It all sounds really dodgy. Just trying to sell something. Anyway, in this new channel, which included 3 members, she was asked to verify her identity and complete 3 tasks to build credit for her shop to gain customers' trust. Initially, she transferred small amounts, hundreds of baht, and then received returns with 20 baht interest, sucking her in. The task escalated, requiring her to select items and transfer increasingly larger sums, from hundreds of thousands of baht to eventually tens of thousands of baht. Unaware of the scam, she continued, driven by promise of recovering of her money. Fuck. Right, so the situation took a turn when the finance officer, that's in quotes, claimed she had made an error in her final task alongside another group member and was instructed to try again. By this point, her total transfer had reached hundreds of thousands of baht. Desperate to recover her funds, she contacted another service officer, as directed, who demanded additional payments to exceed So she was directed to, service officer who demanded additional payments to exceed a support withdrawal limit. More dodgy shit, man. So despite warnings from her partner, Man, she should have listened. She was driven by a desire to recoup her losses, continued until her savings were depleted, totaling over 300,000 baht. Should have listened to your partner, love. So realising she had been scammed, she contacted her bank and reported the incident to the hotline before giving her statement to the police. She now warns others to be cautious of unverified online platforms, particularly those who prompt users to click on suspicious links. Scammers are closer than you think, she said. If a sale item seems too quick or easy, assume you're being deceived. Always think carefully before should have took that advice yourself before you did that. Anyway, authorities are investigating the scam and working to identify the people behind the fraudulent platform as usual. Yeah, I don't know. That's Number 4. A violent confrontation between two rival youth gangs erupted in the early hours of the morning, causing panic among residents in the Kautalo area. There's always something happening down that way, isn't there? So the incident, captured on video by local residents, occurred at 2 a.m. in Soi Kautalo near the Kautalo market in Mu 10. According to eyewitnesses, the clash involved dozens of teenagers on motorcycles who gathered along the roadside, seemingly to resolve a dispute. A 30-year-old anonymous resident reported that around midnight, the two groups initially engaged in a heated verbal argument before dispersing. However, tensions escalated when the groups returned around 2 a.m., this time with weapons. Gonna sort it out. So the situation quickly turned chaotic as the group clashed, wielding weapons and hurling explosives. Fuck me. With loud blasts echoing through the neighbourhood. The violent exchange recorded on video left residents terrified, with many stepping outside to witness the commotion. As you would. Popping your head out and have a look. So it remains unclear whether anyone was injured, as both groups fled the scene shortly after the incident. Well, fucking throwing bombs at each other. Local police from the Nongpuru police station confirmed they received reports of the brawl, but found no one at the scene upon arrival. As of now, or then, no one has filed a formal complaint regarding the incident. Authorities are urging anyone with information to come forward as they continue to investigate. The violent episode has left Kautalo community on edge, with residents expressing concern over the safety in the neighbourhood, which is fair enough. Don't need groups of guys throwing bombs and punching on and hitting each other with sticks and whatever. No good. No good indeed. Number 5, we've got Pattaya City officials responded to public urination and assault. The incident involving a young intoxicated foreign tourist on Pattaya Beach. Pissing in the water again. So, city municipal officers received reports of 2 intoxicated foreign tourists causing a public disturbance along the beach in Pattaya Beach Road. Pardon. One of the individuals was reported to have pissed in the sea and then assaulted an unidentified Good Samaritan who attempted to stop him and tell him to use a restroom. There's no public, I think I've said this before, there's no public toilets along the beach road, but there's plenty of establishments you can go into and use the bathroom. It's not always a good idea to go piss in the water. So Pattaya officials, together with local police, then investigated the scene. The victim of the assault chose not to press charges for the physical altercation. However, authorities detained the suspect and then imposed an undisclosed fine on the offending tourist for public urination in accordance with Thai law. Well, yeah, he's lucky he just got that. Old mate didn't want to press any charges with the assault. So the name and nationality of the tourist was not released to the public, who reportedly sobered up, paid the fine and was released. Back to your hotel. See you later, mate. Enjoy. Anyway, number 6. A tragic incident occurred at 7:36 p.m. when police received a report of a person that fell from height in a hotel in South Pattaya. Oh, yeah, this is a bit fucking... Eek. So upon arrival, authorities discovered the body of a 42-year-old Indian national who had fallen from a room on the 5th floor of the hotel. A bit more of this happening in town lately. Initial investigations revealed no signs of a struggle, or theft inside of his hotel room. Police noted that the victim had checked into the hotel earlier that afternoon. Evidence in the bathroom suggested a failed suicide attempt. It's this one. I was thinking about another one, sorry. That one's coming up in the future. So there was a towel tied to a clothing rack that had come loose. Poor bugger. Authorities believed he had chosen to jump from the balcony, leading to the fatal fall. A witness, a 40-year-old man, recalled hearing what sounded like an argument coming from the upper floors of the building while customers were dining in the restaurant below. Shortly after, a loud crash was heard as an object struck the roof, following by blood dripping down, causing panic among diners. After having a look, they found the body lodged in the roof. Fucking hell, he landed on the restaurant roof. No good. His body was transferred to the police hospital's Forensic Institute for an autopsy. Authorities are reviewing CCTV footage and gathering witness statements to determine the exact cause of the death. Well, yeah, just being thorough, I suppose. Relatives of the deceased arrived at the scene to meet with police. Fucking hell, eh? Can't be that bad. Well, obviously it was, poor bastard. Anyway, rest in peace, mate. Number 7. A young cannabis vendor reported to Banglamung police that highway officers stopped him on a motorway and assaulted him and extorted him for tens of thousands of baht. Fuck me. So the 21-year-old vendor, he alleged that between 4 and 5 highway officers pulled him over at about 2:20 a.m. while he was travelling on motorway 7 towards Bangkok. According to the man, he was led from the roadside checkpoint to a secluded spot where he had been handcuffed and struck in the head with a flashlight and searched. They reportedly examined his mobile phone, finding cannabis-related images and equipment. Fuck me. Just so you know, the sale of cannabis is still legal in Thailand as of now. It's always going to change, but it hasn't. So they reportedly examined his mobile phone, said that. So the officers then allegedly demanded a release fee, first asking for 100,000 baht, before lowering the price to 50,000 baht. In the end, they confiscated all the money he was carrying, 31,350 baht. It's a little under $2,000 Australian, alongside with cannabis paraphernalia, which he said was never recorded as evidence. He insisted that he can clearly identify the officers involved and even wrote down the registration numbers of their police vehicles. He said, "I know who they are and I'm not afraid to speak out." Good on you, mate. Be careful. The Banglamung police confirmed that they have received his complaint and launched an investigation. Senior officers said that the allegations were being taken seriously, and if any misconduct is found, it will not be tolerated. Yeah, don't know what else to say about that. Anyway, we'll get on number 8. The Aussie man jumps from the balcony from a building. Here we go. An Australian man in Chonburi slashes his face with a knife before leaping from the 6th floor balcony, surviving the fall with serious injuries. Can just imagine it. Fuck. Sorry, that was a bit mean, but anyway. The incident happened at the 7-story hotel in Nong Pru. Police Deputy Inspector from the Pattaya City Police Station led the response team that included tourist police, rescue workers from the Sawang Bulibun Rescue Unit, and medics from Pattaya City Hospital. When they arrived, they found the 55-year-old Australian man lying on the road, dressed in a navy blue t-shirt and shorts, writhing in pain, I bet. So his left cheek had been deeply slashed with a knife, and the force of the fall left a parked car's bonnet caved in. Rescue workers provided immediate first aid before rushing him off to the hospital for further treatment. I wouldn't say lucky bugger, but yeah, he didn't die. Built like a brick, probably. So investigators inspected his 6th-floor hotel room, where they discovered a blood-stained knife believed to be used in the self-inflicted wound. How do they know it was self-inflicted? Anyway, we'll carry on. Police suspect the man had cut himself before leaving from the balcony in an effort to end his own life. A witness told officers that the man had been staying alone in the room and appeared distressed before the incident. The witness added that the sound of the crash drew staff and guests outside, where they found the injured man lying on the ground. Police have launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the attempted suicide. While no foul play is currently suspected, officers said they will continue to gather evidence and consider legal proceedings. Carry on to number 9. In the early hours of the morning, a theft occurred on Pattaya Beach Road involving an Indian tourist and a group of ladyboys. Surprise, surprise. Always gives me something to talk about anyway. So at 2:36 a.m, the Deputy Inspector of Investigations from the Pattaya City Police Station received a report and information from, he informed his supervisor, the police colonel, chief of Pattaya City Police Station, before proceeding to the scene with a team. When they arrived at the scene, a 24-year-old Indian tourist who appeared upset, he recounted to reporters that while him and his fellow Indian friend were walking along Pattaya Beach, a group of transgender individuals approached them. The individuals engaged in physical contact by hugging and touching while offering companionship services. He declined and managed to break away. The group initially attempted to hold him back, but eventually scattered in various directions. Feeling suspicious, he checked his belongings only to find his gold necklaces missing. The necklace, weighing between 25 and 30 grams and valued at over 100,000 baht, had been stolen. The suspects had already fled the scene by the time the police rocked up. The deputy inspector conducted a thorough interview with the victim and coordinated with an investigative team to examine CCTV footage for suspect identification and apprehension. Police are actively pursuing legal measures to ensure the suspects are brought to justice. Yeah. 2:30 in the morning, don't walk down Beach Road. Anyway, well, you can. Number 10, we'll just carry on. A 12-year-old boy was injured in Pattaya after crashing a motorcycle into a wall while driving home, prompting an emergency response and police inquiry. Emergency responders in Pattaya were called out in the morning after the young boy crashed a motorcycle into a roadside wall, leaving him with multiple injuries. The accident happened at around 10:30 a.m. in the Khao Mai area, when rescue teams from the Swang Bulibun Rescue Foundation rushed to the scene. So at the scene, medics found the badly damaged red Honda Wave 125cc lying near the crash site. The rider, a 12-year-old boy, was discovered close by with abrasions across his body. Kissed by the pavement, poor fella. Investigators said the incident occurred during the school holidays, should say, when the boy had been helping his parents transport goods. After finishing, he decided to ride the motorcycle home. While attempting to take a sharp bend at high speed, he lost control and slammed into the wall. Rescue workers administered first aid at the scene before rushing him to a nearby hospital for further treatment. That would have hurt. So, his condition has not yet been confirmed, but officials say he is being closely monitored. Police noted that at 12 years old, the boy is under the legal age to operate a motorcycle in Thailand. I think it's 15. Yeah, it's 15 years old. You're allowed to start learning. So the case has raised concerns about underage riding and road safety, particularly in rural areas where children often use motorcycles to run errands. Police remind parents and guardians to ensure young children are not allowed to drive motorcycles, both for their own safety and that of others on the road. That's true. It's quite common to see. Anyway, hope he's all right. He's sorted out. Wait a couple more years, mate. You'll be fine. Number 11. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. So more than 10 karaoke bar workers and 5 massage parlour workers, that's easier to say, I suppose, were involved in a violent altercation in Chonburi over a foreign customer. A big scrap over a bloody foreigner. So, the 51-year-old owner of the massage shop on Sukhumvit Road in Sadahip district shared her side of the story with the media, seeking peace and justice for her 5 injured employees. Footage of the incident circulated on Thai social media, showing a brawl outside the massage shop. Some of the shop employees engaging in the fight, while others tried to intervene or film the brawl. So the group of karaoke bar workers comprising of 3 men, 2 transgender women and several other women. So they're fucking outnumbered. 3 men, 2 transgender women and 5 women initiated the confrontation outside of the massage shop against 5 women. Fuck me. So the massage shop owner explained that the motive behind the clash was a misunderstanding. The bar workers, they believed her employee had attempted to lure away one of their foreign customers, which she denied. So this is what happened. She recounted that the foreign man had parked his motorbike or car outside of the shop as he was a regular customer. Her employees greeted him. However, he declined their services, explaining he was only there to meet a friend at the karaoke bar next door. Because the man was a regular client, one of the massage ladies accompanied him to the karaoke bar and chatted with him as usual. Nothing wrong there. Another customer. So this suggested may have caused the bar workers to wrongly assume her staff were trying to steal their customer. Soon afterwards, the karaoke workers, they arrived outside her shop and attacked her employees. Fuck me. The massage shop owner admitted this was not their first conflict between the 2 places. Staff had previously exchanged heated words, though it had never escalated into violence before. She told reporters that she had reported the matter to the police but did not wish to pursue legal punishment, instead hoping both sides could sit down and reach a solution that worked for everyone. It's fair enough. You've got to work next door to each other. Sort it out. She added that some of her staff are now frightened of being assaulted again and asked to resign, which was damaging to her business, so it would be. She called for a lasting solution to prevent further clashes. As of now, no one from that karaoke bar has spoken to the media or appeared at the police station. Oh, yeah, there it is. Fuck me. Righto, we'll end it off with number 12. 20-year-old man from Surin province visiting Pattaya was left critically injured following a violent assault in Pattaya, on a Pattaya street, in the early hours of the morning. So the incident, believed to have stemmed from a dispute over being filmed, occurred at 12:30 a.m. on a road behind the Tacon building. Tacon building? Yeah, all right, we'll just say that. So that's in South Pattaya. Police received a report of a severe assault and immediately dispatched officers and rescue personnel to the scene. When they arrived, they found a 20-year-old unconscious on the roadside with blood streaming from his mouth and nose and head. Fuck. No good. Police rescue workers, provided first aid and then rushed him to the Pattaya City Hospital in a critical condition. According to a 28-year-old relative of the victim, he had been in a verbal altercation with another man on South Pattaya Road prior to the attack. The exact cause of the dispute remains unclear. He then rode his motorcycle into an alley behind the building, where the suspect followed him, leading to a heated argument. When he began to record the confrontation with his mobile phone, the suspect reportedly became enraged, punching him in the face, knocking him down to the ground. The assailant then allegedly kicked him repeatedly until he lost consciousness. The victim's phone captured the entire incident. Fuck. Put him out. So the victim remains under close medical supervision due to the severity of his injuries, with doctors assessing potential brain damage. Fuck me. Over an argument? Come on. Meanwhile, police are actively pursuing the suspect, who fled the scene on his motorcycle, marked with a noodle store sticker, believed to be linked with a local motorcycle taxi group in South Pattaya. Authorities are confident they will apprehend the suspect soon for questioning and legal action. The investigation is ongoing as police work to bring the suspect to justice. Yeah. Shit. Have an argument, have a scrap. Don't stomp people's heads, Fuck me. Kill someone. Anyway, that'll do us. Episode 30 is finished. Hope you enjoyed it. You know how it goes. Stay safe out there, people. Stay safe.